This morning, as John turned 70, the house suddenly sank into an unusual silence. For 70 years, he had filled this space with laughter, voices, and all the busy worries of life. And yet, in the moment he woke up today, that silence echoed so clearly that it startled him. John realized that a birthday is not simply a day to cut cake and receive congratulations. It is a moment to pause, to reflect deeply on the journey he has taken. Looking back, John once firmly believed that the meaning of life lay in building a solid career, a glorious reputation, and luxurious material wealth. He dreamed of a large house, an expensive car, and costly possessions, thinking that all of it would bring warmth to his old age. He threw himself into work, racing against time to become someone important in the eyes of others. And yet, when Anna, his beloved wife, passed away 5 years ago, everything changed completely. The house that was once his pride was now nothing but a vast emptiness. The tall walls no longer held any warmth. They only reminded him of the loneliness surrounding him. John suddenly understood that the things he had pursued could never fill the emptiness in his heart. As family memories came rushing back, John could not help but feel regret for the precious values he had unintentionally missed for so many years. He clearly remembered the noisy moments with Emma and Jack when they were little. They would climb onto his lap, laughing and chatting, filling the house with life and joy. At that time, John felt that those sounds were a disturbance because he was pouring all his energy into work, striving to build his career and establish his reputation. He had many times refused his son Jack's invitation to play ball simply because he was busy attending meetings to prove his status as an important man. Now, at the age of 70, he would give anything to turn back time, to hold his children in his arms and hear that laughter, even just once more. Not stopping there, the lesson from his father's passing made him reflect even more deeply. When his father fell seriously ill, he rushed to the hospital to be by his side. And yet, even in that sacred moment, his mind was still wandering, chasing the meaning of life in his own way. His father held his hand tightly, looked deeply into his eyes, and softly asked, "My son, have you found what you are searching for?" John stood frozen, not knowing how to answer. His father gave a faint smile, squeezed his hand one last time, and passed away forever. At the funeral, no one spoke about money or his father's position. They only spoke of kindness, compassion, and quiet sacrifices. At that moment, John realized that he had never truly understood his father. He had been too busy to see that the true meaning of life lies in sincere relationships and kindness to loved ones, not in fame or wealth. As the morning light slipped through the window, John suddenly realized that all he had left now was the breath gently rising in his chest, the warm sunlight touching his aging face, and the only precious moment of the present. No more brilliant career, no more fame or wealth. Everything had passed like a distant dream. He clearly understood that life waits for no one, and this moment is the final gift he still holds. From there, a greater question began to form in John's mind. He started to doubt the belief that so many people hold: being a good person is enough. For 70 years, he had thought that way. But now, as his body weakened and time was running out, he decided to search more deeply. He read books, spoke with learned religious teachers, people who had not just followed common belief, but had spent their lives studying. They helped him see clearly: this short life is actually a test. The afterlife is not a dream where everyone receives a reward. It is a place of absolute justice, of truth and responsibility. Every action, thought, and choice in life will be weighed. John suddenly awakened. He had pursued personal desires for too long, without ever truly seeking the real meaning. As deep reflections about the afterlife rose strongly within him, he began to question the belief he had blindly followed for 70 years, that simply being a good person is enough for everything to be all right.
Never deceive yourself into thinking you still have plenty of time. No one in this world knows the moment of their departure, no matter how young, healthy, or wealthy they are. Wake up immediately. Act today before regret consumes you and every chance to make things right disappears forever.